When you think about alcohol, it is the biggest legalised drug in the world. Apart from the Arab states, you can go anywhere and buy it and just drink it. And you can get it as strong as you want or as weak as you want.
Because we're a charity, if people can get in or if people can give us a call up, then we can offer that support straight away.
Let's say I've got myself in a few predicaments. It's not very nice to be in.
Hello?
Afternoon, APAS Roger speaking. How can I help you?
I mean, we see a lot of people here that are heavily physically dependent, so that they're the types of individuals that will be drinking all day, every day. So we'll get up, have a drink first thing to ensure that they don't withdraw from alcohol, and then we'll drink constantly throughout the day. So no one is born physically dependent on alcohol. There has to be a process that they've gone through.
In my case, it was just a habitual thing. I've been doing it since I was 14. And it's something that catches up with you in life, and one day something just snaps and you think, crikey, I'm doing too much of this.
My past experience with the way my dad treated my mum, and it's the case of that's how I dealt with it, and I used to get my mum ringing me up. Probably going to get upset a bit. I used to get my mum ringing me up every so often, and that's what triggered it off, to be honest. It's just hard trying to deal with it all, you know, it is hard.
You know, a lot of debate at the moment about how cheap alcohol is in supermarkets. There's been a recent debate about whether the government's gone far enough. The price now of cigarettes is quite prohibitive, and that actually puts people off smoking. That's not really can be applied to alcohol. It's still very, very cheap to buy alcohol. And that accessibility, it increases the chance that people are going to drink more because they can do it for a very small amount of money.
The amount that I was drinking, it just really wasn't helping me. My health was just going down the pan, basically, and I was taking loads of time off work.
Professionals who, for whatever reason, it's just got out of control and they're sort of trying to keep their life together, you know, trying to make sure that they still get to work.
I know a vicar who is heavily into alcohol. There are doctors, lawyers, all sorts of people. So it is right throughout the spectrum of the sort of top people in industry, right down to the person who is totally on benefits and has got nothing else.
Maybe start having a glass or two of wine after work to de-stress. They get a nice buzz feeling from that, but over time their tolerance builds up towards the alcohol, so you need 3 or 4 glasses of wine to get that same effect, and then it can snowball quite quickly to half a bottle, 2 bottles of wine. And
I thought, this needs to stop. You know, I don't want cirrhosis of the liver and kidney failure and pancreatitis and everything else that goes with it.
So they come and visit us to try and resolve those problems before it gets any worse. So it might be starting to impact on their job, and relationships, might have problems paying their mortgage, drink drive charges, things like that. So we're trying to help them sort of reduce their alcohol consumption down before it actually gets to a much worse level, before they actually start to become heavily physically dependent as well.
The first thing you've got to ask people is, do you really want to stop? And if they say yes, you can say to them, well, this would be a good place to start, because you can walk in at any time. So
we've been at our Park Row offices here for nearly 15 years now. Having the walk-in service where people can come and get assessed, that's open 6 days a week. We also have a dedicated phone line that's manned every day that we're working as well, so that's Monday through to Saturday.
It was difficult, really was. The most difficult part is, and I say this to a lot of people, is either picking the phone up or walking up those steps. This place is quite unique. It's the only place in Nottingham where you can walk in and get instant help. I personally feel that my problems with alcohol and the way I've dealt with them is a good eye-opener for helping other people. I mean, everybody's different, but I think if you've got an understanding of where you've been And don't get me wrong, it's a very fine line from being in control and having nothing. And if you can give something back to people, then I think that's very good. And yeah, it does help, in my opinion, if you've been there. For me, my life has improved drastically since I've been coming here. And it does help to come and be a volunteer. It reminds you every time you walk in the building.
Speaking, how can I help you?
I think it's a very good service and there ought to be more of it.